You live here, Everett, Washington, part of the Great Pacific Northwest. Home to some of the world's most treasured items, such as the Boeing 747, or whatever crazy flying invention they think of next, the magnificent Space Needle, Microsoft, and of course, as your first period teacher knows intimately, the Starbucks, any kind of thing I think will taste good latte. But perhaps to some 12s out there is no finer treasure around than our own beloved Seattle Seahawks. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the past few years, you've probably heard of a guy by the name of Russell Wilson. Mr. Russell Wilson is our Seattle Seahawks quarterback, and an all-around good guy. And because of some of his recent successes, say like winning Super Bowl 48, people have started to ask themselves, hey, how did this guy get to be so good? You see, Russell Wilson is 5'11" tall. That is very short for an NFL quarterback. But Russell Wilson had amazing parents, and when young Russell would have his big dreams of making it to the NFL or playing professional baseball, instead of saying, Russell, you're too short to make it, what are you thinking? His dad would say, Russell, why not you? That saying has motivated the NFL superstar ever since, and today the entire Seahawks nation uses it as our team's motto, taking down opponent after opponent and winning game after game. Because, well, why not us? And we have a pretty good running back and a pretty good defense. This motto can be applied to many other situations outside of football. To the doctor who travels across the world to help fight Ebola in West Africa. To the mother of 4 who works 3 jobs so that her kids can have a warm bed at night. To the teacher who stays hours after school to help students learn to read. Why not you can be the motto for any person who is willing to be courageous in order to make their dreams come true. Now you may be thinking, well, what does this have to do with me? Well, I'll tell you. At Cascade High School, there are roughly 1,800 students. Of these students, 90% want to go to college. 90%. That's 9 out of 10 of you. Now, I'm not quite sure what is going on with person number 10, but that's another conversation. Our current reports are that only about half of that 90% will actually graduate from a 4-year college. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, these are the people in Washington, D.C. whose job it is to track people's employment. The average income of a person who doesn't graduate from high school is roughly $29,000, whereas the average income of a person who graduates from college with a bachelor's degree is $72,000. That's living life a little bit more comfortably. But what does this mean? It means 90% of us need to be going to a 4-year college and finishing college. And why not you? And it should be you, because the Chinese sure are. Did you know that China and India have more honor students than we have students here in the United States, and that the number 1 English-speaking country in the world is China? Think about that for a second. Mind blown. Going back to the why not you for a second here. Let's assume a couple of things. Let's assume you are one of the 90% of Cascade students who want to go to a 4-year college. Let's also assume that you want to have a comfortable life and make a decent earning. How are you going to do this? By taking school seriously. By owning your education. Why not you? Talk is a pause class for the next few minutes. What are the behaviors all students need in order to get the skills they need for success out there in the world? Use our School of Pride behavior matrix posted in your classroom wall as a good starting place. Create some common characteristics and tweet them out for us at Cascade Bruins or hashtag CascadeBBruin.